Which is better for you, the Umidigi A5 Pro or the Umidigi Power? Well, in this video, we're going to find out. Follow me on Instagram at KevinBreezeTV. Please join the Kevin Breeze Tech community on Facebook to chat about budget smartphones, ask questions, and help others. Hi everyone, this is Kevin here, coming at you with my comparison video between the Umidigi A5 Pro and the Umidigi Power. There's definitely a lot to talk about here because both of these devices are very new to the Umidigi lineup, and in addition to that, these devices offer a lot of great benefits at a very affordable price tag, so I'm really excited to get into this. Now, starting off with the pricing, the Umidigi A5 Pro is currently available for $99. However, it's soon going to have its price increased, and I'm pretty sure the price increase is going to put it at $119.99. And the Umidigi Power is $139.99. So with the current pricing of the A5 Pro, the Umidigi Power is $40 more. But after this device goes up by $20, then there's only going to be a $20 difference between them. So I'm sure that there's going to be many potential buyers out there who are going to be comparing these two phones to decide which one is best for them. Another thing I want to mention is that recently the A5 Pro has been going out of stock on Amazon very quickly. So if you're thinking about buying one, or if you think you're going to buy one very soon, then you should probably buy it immediately if it's in stock on Amazon, because you're risking it going out of stock again, and then having to wait a week or so before Umidigi restocks the phone. So definitely, if you're thinking of buying the phone and it's available on Amazon, which you should check to see at the link in the video description, then you should scoop it up immediately. Now, both devices are available GSM unlocked, which is really nice because you can easily jump from carrier to carrier. You won't be stuck with any specific carrier. And with these phones, they're going to work really well on AT&T, T-Mobile, Metro by T-Mobile, Cricket, and Straight Talk. However, they're definitely not going to work with Sprint, and they're gonna kind of work with Verizon. It just depends on what local bands are nearby. So if you're a Verizon user, I would probably approach these with caution and probably buy something else. But if you are an AT&T or T-Mobile user or any of the carriers that are under those, or Metro or Cricket, then you're gonna be in luck because these devices are gonna work really well with those carriers. You're gonna get full 4G LTE and great support on those carriers. With both phones, you're getting 6.3-inch displays at 1080p with 19.5 by 9 aspect ratios. So you can see, holding these up next to each other, they both look very similar. The displays are very close in size here. The main difference is that the cutout for the front-facing camera is a little bit different on the A5 Pro compared to the Power. You can see it's a little more squared off on the A5 Pro, and it's a little more streamlined on the Power. I'm not saying that one's better than the other, I'm just noting that they are a little bit different. So it's not like the front panels are exactly the same here, but I'd imagine the display technology underneath is the same because then Umidigi is able to save money with the economies of scale so that they can offer the best price to you. And both displays definitely look good. They're super crisp and clear, they have good colors, and overall I'm a big fan of both of them. Now on the bottom we do have a chin with both devices, but it's pretty small, so overall you're getting a pretty good screen to body ratio. Now this color of the Umidigi A5 Pro is the crystal blue color. You can also get this in black, and this is the gold version of the Umidigi Power. I'm not sure what other colors are being offered at the moment, so definitely take a look at the link in the video description to see what the current offerings are. But this color is pretty cool. I like it for the Power, and I'm definitely a big fan of the crystal blue color on the A5 Pro. Now up top here we have 16 megapixel front-facing cameras on both devices. Definitely make sure to check out my full reviews for both phones to see the photo quality from those cameras, but I'll tell you what, both of them are pretty good. So overall, I'm happy with the quality from the front-facing cameras on these devices. With the Umidigi A5 Pro, we're getting 32 gigabytes of internal storage with the ability to expand that with a micro SD card. And with the Umidigi Power, we're getting 64 gigabytes of internal storage with SD card expansion, so twice the amount of internal storage with the Umidigi Power. Neither of these two phones have wireless charging, but they do both have fingerprint sensors on the back, so let's try those out right now. We're going to do the A5 Pro first. So there we go, super quick with that fingerprint sensor. We're going to do the Power right now. And that is really quick too, so both phones have really good fingerprint sensors, so if that's important to you, then you'll definitely be happy with that. Also with both devices, we have the ability to unlock it with your face, so that's great to see as well. Now we do have different cameras on the back side of these two devices, so even though there are some similarities with the display, the camera modules are definitely different. Now both phones have a 16 megapixel main camera on the back, and they both have a 5 megapixel secondary camera that is a proximity camera to assist with the bokeh mode. But the Umidigi A5 Pro has a wide-angle camera as its third camera, and there is no wide-angle camera or wide-angle photo-taking abilities with the Umidigi Power. So if you're looking to take wide-angle photos, then you're going to have to go with the Umidigi A5 Pro. And it does work decently well, so I definitely think that that feature has some value here, and you can take some very unique and good-looking photos with the wide-angle photo mode on the A5 Pro. But like I mentioned, both phones have the ability to take photos with bokeh mode, so that's kind of like portrait mode that you find on the iPhone, so that's definitely a great thing. Now both phones feature 4GB of RAM, which is outstanding, and the Umidigi A5 Pro features the Helio P23 processor from MediaTek, and the Umidigi Power features the MediaTek Helio P35. So we have a better processor with the Power over the A5 Pro, but both the P23 and P35 are both good processors. Now I know that in the past, MediaTek has put out some garbage processors, but these ones are definitely good and you're gonna get good performance with them. So kind of shake off that reputation that MediaTek has and kind of view this through a new lens because these processors are good. Video recording on both devices maxes out at 1080p at 30 frames per second. With the Umidigi A5 Pro, we get a 4,150 milliamp hour internal battery, and with the Umidigi Power, we get a massive 5,150 milliamp hour internal battery. So we get 1,000 more milliamp hours of battery capacity with the Power over the A5 Pro, and that's not surprising because that's why this device is called the Power, is due to its massive battery, and it's definitely probably a little thicker. So if you really value battery life, then you might want to go with the Umidigi Power. Now both phones feature Android 9 Pie, and it is the stock version of the software, so there is no bloatware on either of these two phones, which is really great. That's something that Umidigi is very well known for, and one of my favorite things about the brand, they don't load a bunch of junk or garbage onto your phone. They give you stock Android that is very well optimized and speedy. Now that we've compared the specifications of these two devices, let's now compare the hardware. So we already talked a lot about the front here, of course, with both devices having 6.3-inch displays at 1080p with 19.5 by 9 aspect ratios. They both look really great, and I like them both a lot. We have the teardrop notch on the top. On the bottom, we have a little chin, but not really a big deal at all. Now let's take a look at the left side here. On the left side of both devices, we have the micro SD card and SIM card slot up at the top there. Now on the Umidigi A5 Pro, we have this metal band going around the phone, and on the Umidigi Power, we have a polycarbonate material all around the sides and back of the phone. Now, I personally like the design of the A5 Pro better over the Umidigi Power, but I still think the Umidigi Power is a sharp-looking device, and I don't think it's a bad design at all. Taking a look at the right side of these two phones, we have a similar setup here with the power button and volume rocker. On the top, we have nothing on the Umidigi A5 Pro, but on the Umidigi Power, we have the noise-canceling microphone. On the bottom of the two devices, we have the 3.5mm headphone jack, we have the speaker, we have the microphone, and on the Umidigi A5 Pro, we have a micro USB port for charging and data transfer, and on the Umidigi Power, we have USB-C. Of course, I am a much bigger fan of USB-C. I like USB-C a lot, and it really is the future, so it is unfortunate to see that we do have micro USB on the A5 Pro, despite it being a brand new phone from Umidigi, but it is one of the corners that they had to cut in order to fit this phone into the certain price. So I can definitely overlook it considering the low price of the A5 Pro. But I'm interested to know what your thoughts are. Is micro USB a deal breaker or not? Now on the back side, we already took a look at this quite a bit before, but we do have these different colors here and a totally different look here since the back of the A5 Pro is shiny and the back of the Power is more of a matte color. Now this material is soft to the touch. It's a really nice material overall. It's the same material that is found with the Umidigi F1 and Umidigi F1 Play, and I definitely like it, so it's not bad by any means. We of course have those different cameras, and again, let me know in the comment section below if you think having a wide-angle camera is a valuable thing to have on your phone. Now that we've compared the specifications and hardware of these two devices, let's do a speed test comparison to see which of the two is faster. We're going to start by pulling up the camera app, so 1, 2, 3, go. And it looks like it was about the same on both phones, so they're both very quick actually, so I am impressed with that. We're going to pull up Google Chrome right now, so 1, 2, 3, go. And the Umidigi Power is quicker at pulling up Chrome. Let's pull up Wikipedia right now, 1, 2, 3, go. Looks like it was about the same. The A5 Pro might have been a little bit quicker at pulling it up. And as you can see here, everything looks pretty much the same. Interestingly though, it seems like the A5 Pro is a little bit more zoomed in and we're able to see a little bit more text on the Umidigi Power, which is strange because it's the same exact display with the same size and everything. Let's now go to Engadget.com. 1, 2, 3, go. Looks like it was faster on the Umidigi Power, but barely faster. So overall, it seems like both phones offer very similar performance. I'm not surprised at all about that. Of course, the MediaTek Helio P35 on the Umidigi Power is a better processor than the Helio P23 on the A5 Pro, but it seems like both are very similar, at least, with performance here. And overall, you're going to get good performance, good scrolling, very smooth scrolling actually, with both devices. So it's amazing that we're able to get this kind of performance and this kind of build and really everything that we get with these phones for the very cheap price that they're both offered at. So I'm very interested to know which device impresses you the most and which one you would buy if you were to buy one right now. Umidigi does a nice job of kind of making it so that one device doesn't completely outshine the other. Of course, there are a lot of benefits with the Umidigi Power that you can't find with the A5 Pro. Some of those include the MediaTek Helio P35, of course, over the P23, but also the battery that's larger by 1000 milliamp hours, and having double the amount of internal storage. But beyond that, some of the benefits that the A5 Pro offers is that you get the wide-angle camera on the back side, you get arguably better build quality with more stylish features here on the phone. But other than that, those are the only advantages that you get with the A5 Pro. So let me know what you think. Which device do you prefer? Which device do you think is a better value? And do you think they're fairly priced? Especially if we get that $20 price increase on the Umidigi A5 Pro, do you think it's still worth getting over the Umidigi Power? I just want to know what features are important to you and what you value with these two devices. But definitely let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. But this is the Umidigi A5 Pro and this is the Umidigi Power. You can buy them through the links in the video description if you wish, or if you just want to check out the latest pricing, then that will be there too. But I hope you enjoyed the video. Give it a thumbs up if you did, and I will see you in the next video.